Thank you for listening to the Thurman Viking podcast, and we shall begin. Our topic for today is being a business savvy person
Okay.
or professionalism.
What do you think is business savvy? What do you think is business savvy?
For me, business savvy is, since we do make product and items, is completing the task, making sure it's correct, and delivering it in a timely manner. What? I'm serious. I truly believe in that. You know me, my whole life, everything, no matter what I sold, I have been kind of business savvy.
Okay. I mean, to me, I understand that, some businesses have issues, true enough. I get what you're saying. You know what get me now is everybody, you black, I'm black. Everybody we know got a black business, right?
True.
And I hate getting online and seeing don't nobody support black businesses, right?
True.
But if you feel that way, why? It's not that don't nobody support black business. Everything is appeasing to the eye. So if somebody have bought from you or no, because Chattanooga not that small. Not that big. So
it's not that big and it's not that small.
Right. So if don't nobody support your black business, because you wouldn't be saying that shit if you didn't have a black business, then it wouldn't be said.
But I'm gonna tell you what I learned. In the beginning we started Thurman Vikings, doing the clothing, and we ventured on to the candles, the shea butter, and herbs. I have advertised in the black so-called business entrepreneurship group. I haven't sold one item from that to anybody in that group. And it's thousands of people in that group.
So what you saying? You saying that to say what?
Everybody always so quick to say that black don't support black owned business, right?
Yeah.
But those be the same people that don't actually support black owned business. Even when you telling them it's not necessarily I'm trying to corner the market, but if you live in my vicinity, why would you order from somebody in Florida? Because number one, you're gonna pay more money, and you have to wait for your package to get here. I can just drive it to you. But that's what I see. I'm not knocking nobody hustle or professionalism as in their own business. We both have support other black businesses.
Yeah.
And you know that. And we have had support from black people, a lot of black people, including a lot of family members.
Yeah.
Okay. But it becomes problematic when everybody on there, if you go on that page, you'll see it's bonkers. Like every 5 minutes, I had to turn off the notification because every 5 minutes, it was somebody saying, hey, follow me and I'll follow you back on IG and Facebook, and I'm a black owned business.
Yeah.
But nobody was really doing it from my perspective for a business aspect. Everybody was just doing it to get a lot of followers on IG and Facebook. And I'm like, I'm not doing it for those reasons.
Yeah. I think I'm not good at even sharing my own shit. Like you have to remind me, like, Nene, you do know you said shit. You think these people just gonna buy this shit and you ain't telling them you selling it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't try. I don't try to share people's shit. I really don't. And
I share a lot of people's shit. Like,
damn.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that it's not like it don't be something that I first do. Like I don't think about it.
Well, as I was saying, I do share other black businesses like Brandon. You know, I used to work with him. He unfortunately, some stuff happened at work. But on the upside of him losing his job, he started his own cleaning business. Then Chad, I went to school with him. You know, he started his own car detailing business. You know, which both of them do the same thing. But, you know, if I needed that done to my car, I would definitely go to them. Which I'm not saying my car don't need it. I'm just saying I get out there and do it myself.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, I seen they doing some good jobs. I might, eventually link up with them. But I still, even though I don't use the services, I know them, and I see that their business is progressing, and I still share a lot of their links in their jobs.
Okay, so basically, as a business person, do you think, okay, think about this. If somebody come to you and be like, hey, I'm finna jump into this business, do you need proof of concept, or you just like, here, take my money?
What do you mean if I'm trying to
what if somebody come to you and be like I notice a lot of people be like on Instagram in like groups like that, or pages like that, or doing giveaways and shit. They'll be like, do you will be able to be entered in this or considered in this group? Because I was in a business group before. I had to get out of it because that shit was overwhelming. You have to have a website or a professional look, like a business page, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, everybody had to start somewhere.
No, you asked me a question.
No, I'm saying, it was backed by a statement to go into more description. Like, do you have to have that proof of concept like some people?
I'm confused because are you looking for a partnership, or is you looking for a customer?
A customer.
As a customer, why would I invest in your business?
Not invest, but like...
That's what you asking. If you come into somebody saying this is the idea, would you give me money for it? That's an investment.
No, I'm saying if somebody come up to you and they don't have a product and they like, hey, would you check out my Facebook page? And you know what I'm saying, I do this, I sell this, and this. Do it have to look a certain way for you to want to eat, no matter what it is?
For me, it ain't about what the website look like, or the Facebook or Instagram, whatever they use, because we got a website, and we got Facebook, and we got Instagram.
Right.
So it's not about the social media platform. For me, it's about the product. Uh-huh. So if I'm inquiring about the product, I want it to be up to my standards. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's not up to my standards, I'm not gonna bash them. I'm just not gonna do business with them.
Yeah.
That's it. But see, that's not what you get from especially a lot of black people. Let me tell you, this is how I see it. Black people will complain about other black people's businesses, but then they'll go to McDonald's and Burger King or whatever and get a crappy ass meal and be unhappy with it. And they don't complain about it.
And to go back.
And to go back again.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I understand if you disappointed in somebody's product, just don't go back.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't talk bad about them. Because you might not like it, but the next person might love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because everybody's not the same. Everybody's skin is different. Some people have skin issues, or if it's food, everybody's palate is different.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they didn't do you wrong and they actually gave you product and you was unsatisfied with it, and you try to hash it out with them, if they just run off the rails, okay, I can say, okay, you can post that. Listen, somebody sold me some product and went off on me. Okay, I get that. But after that, let it go. Don't keep going around everybody, be like, don't order from them, because they might order from them and have a completely different experience.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm funny. I'm real funny when it comes to certain things, and like I said, I don't even share my own shit, and it's not because of arrogance or anything like that. I just don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to be more mindful.
I share all our links.
I know you do. Yeah.
It's because I feel like the more I share, the more people know about me, whether they get my business or not. They know I exist out here in the world.
Yeah.
We got a lot of competition. Everybody's doing sea mouse, but ours is different. And, everybody doing shea butter, ours is different. Everybody doing t-shirts, ours are different. We went from the silhouette to a real t-shirt printer.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just different. But people see it and think everything is the same. Like, I literally had to explain to a person on Thermal Viking Facebook that this was not silhouette, because they kept saying, I don't want a silhouette t-shirt with the vinyl. I'm like, no, that's ink, that's DTG, it's print.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do vinyl anymore unless it's requested.
Yeah.
And they was like, oh, well, I'll get back with you and let you know. But obviously, a lot of people price shop, which, you got that right.
Yeah.
So they found somebody to do it for a cheaper price, but it blew up in their face, which I wasn't mad, because I'm like, I try to tell you, I'm very meticulous with what I do. I really care. So I try to get everything exactly how somebody asks me. Not like, I'm not going to just mess up some shirts and then send them to you and be like, oh, you know what? You got what you got.
Now, do you charge more, like if somebody shopped around and they come back to you because you cheaper? Do you charge more after you notice what they done?
I really haven't had that problem,
Okay.
Would I wouldn't charge more. I would just stick with my price. But the thing is, I'm not gonna allow you to try to get me to do the same job as somebody else. I'm only gonna do the job that I set out and set forth and tell you that I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna, go to somebody else's page and try to duplicate their work and their job, because for me, I feel like it ain't professional for me. Because a lot of people do that. A lot of people will be like, hey, I found this on such and such web page. Would you go on here and look at it? I'm like, no.
And it's like, why you just didn't get that shit and send it to me?
That's true too. But see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people have those watermarks on their pictures. So
they want you to do all their work.
They want you to get the watermark off the picture and put the picture on the shirt and make it bigger and
color it.
And then they be like, well, you just charged me $5 a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Really? When you was just about to pay $25 for that shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm only charging $20. So come on now. But I feel like those are just the ups and downs of dealing with different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think once people think making t-shirts easy, especially with the DTG machine. For what you doing is easy, but once I get into once I get on the computer in my mind frame there, I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss the shit out of it. I'm like, yes, I should make t-shirts more often. But when you not doing it, you like, oh, I gotta do this shirt. It's dreadful. Because people don't know what actually goes into actually doing it. And then they always call and be like, oh, this extra, I want some squiggly lines over here. And it's like, what the fuck? I already got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand that it's not paste and copy.
Right. And they don't understand the imaging work you have to do too.
Yep.
But also, when people come to me and try to throw extra when the project already started, then now I have to completely stop and add it in the mix. And if I already made any shirts, now I have to add that too, or scrap those shirts. And a lot of people don't understand that. And they're like, oh, well, you made the shirts. Yeah, I started making them after you paid me. Like, that's the way I do business.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you would start on them. Well, you thought wrong. I told you, as soon as the money hit, I will start on the project.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people are so selfish to the point where they don't consider other shit. Like, yeah, this my business, but I do got other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you sitting up here trying to add this, add that. Can you do this? Can you do that? Then all the shit they ask you, can you do? You like, yeah, I can do. And they're like, nah, I don't want that. The fuck we talking about this shit for? But yeah.
This the part 2 of the business savvy. Okay, we're gonna finish it up. Okay. So when it comes to you having a black-owned business, you doing business, how do you feel that a lot of black people treat you as a business owner, or treat your business?
Depending on which business, with the t-shirts, like I just heard my gripe about that. But when it comes to the herbs, this is what I definitely do not like. It takes time to work with herbs. It really do. A lot of people think them motherfuckers is just sitting on a table,
Capsuled already.
Capsuled up. They are not. And when people first start taking the herbs, I tell them, because the first month go fast. It really do. If you really want to do it, you know what I'm saying. That first 100 pack go really fast, and I always say, do not let yourself run out. If you get down to 20, you need to be reordering, because it will take me a couple days. You know what I'm saying. And it's not because I'm lazy or anything like that. It's a fucking process, and it's a long process. And what they do, run out and be like,
I'm 3 days behind.
I'm 3 days behind. My head hurt. You know what I'm saying. My knees buckling. I'm hearing voices and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all out sick. I'm like, well, you got 3 days to go through this shit, because I'm doing shit. And I gotta do other shit just to get to what you need me to do. But I can't stand there, like, But I guess that's just how people are. They ain't considerate. Like, what's the hurt in a quick inbox? Hey, I need to reorder. You see this? You see your pack?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily like that. I absolutely don't like the fact that, and this is most of our culture, we do not like to research. We don't like to read. I told this one girl not too long ago, if I'm trying to make money, I'll tell your ass anything. Yeah, take this motherfucker. You can fly. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna research it? Like, research it. Because it might be something in there that is okay with me and not okay with you.
Exactly.
Because as soon as everybody be like, oh yeah, sea moss. But what people do not understand is sea moss will make you go to the bathroom.
Yes.
And once they realize that this is finna be what they gotta do, and then once they call you like, you ain't tell me I had to go to the bathroom a lot, you is clearing your body of years and years of shit you done ate that needs to come out.
Right.
They don't want to do it no more. They want to tap out.
Right.
But then be looking at you like, you supposed to tell me this. That's why I always say, please do your research on everything. Don't just go by what I'm saying, because like I said, if I want to make money, I'm going to tell you anything.
Right. But the thing is with the herbs, it's not only just you making them, it's actually a blend. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that it's a blend.
Yeah.
So within that blend, you know, it's a process that need to be done.
That's why I love when Auntie Tina order for her order. She like, I want 100 capsules, just this. The next one, I don't want you to do it like that. I want you to
Right.
I want you to mix this and this. I already know it go together, so do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you do have a lot of them folks that's like, I want a 10 in 1. No. That's not how that works. You cannot pile all that shit in one. You cannot pile all herbs in one because they don't go together and they don't break down together. They need time to,
Right.
work itself. And it's just like, I want to do it all this way. And it's frustrating because everybody wants the easy stuff so easy.
Right. Everybody looking for the quick way out.
Yeah. I don't want to do all that, but I want amazing ass results.
Exactly.
I want all that shit you talking, but I don't want to do all that shit you did to get here.
Right. And it's funny because like when I had a conversation with people and they be like, "Oh, you lost a lot of weight." I'm like, "Yeah, I lost a lot of weight." Oh, that's good. And I'm like, okay, but let me explain how it works. I take my pills, my CMOS pills, and I take them faithfully. Like, I don't miss. And also, I am a vegetarian now, so my diet has changed. So it allowed me to lose the weight that I lost. But at the same time, if your diet different and you're not gonna take the pills right, then obviously it's gonna come out different for you. But that's something you have to understand. But a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah. I think I don't know. A lot of people kind of mad with what's going on in the world. Honestly, we haven't lost any family members as our family combined. I don't think we lost no family members. I don't talk to people. I talk to many of the family, but
I haven't heard nobody being lost on my side.
yeah, we done had a couple, family members have it, but them motherfuckers were strong. You know what I'm saying? They got out of there.
Right.
But I think coronavirus, and I know it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's actually been pretty good to us. I think.
From what I know, it have.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the news, you're going to definitely, which we already know is fake news. Which, I mean, a lot of people going to cringe when they hear that. But they put what they want to put out, how they want to put it out.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to understand or believe anything that they say.
Yeah. It's actually, though, it's really common sense.
But, I ain't going to say his name, but I had a male cousin that had coronavirus. And I had a female cousin that had coronavirus. And they both are still here. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely a blessing. And I'm glad that they survived it and came out healthy from it.
Yeah. I think it's common sense. I really think it's common sense. And a lot of people, every time I talk to somebody, and it's like, the president knew and he didn't do nothing about it. What the? Y'all knew too. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, the thing is, everybody want to say the president not a good leader, but y'all wasn't leading by him anyway.
Exactly.
Y'all not gonna do, if he came to your neighborhood and if you do not like him as your president, you not gonna do what this man tell you to do.
Exactly.
But also as a leader of a country, if something is bad in your house, you the leader of your house, right?
Exactly.
If shit is sideways, you are not going to tell your children.
Right.
You gonna put the biggest smile on your face.
Right.
And when you get by yourself, that's when
It'll hit me.
It hit you.
The stress gonna hit me.
So a lot of people was like, oh, he should have, no, he did what any logical person would do, because he said that the coronavirus was happening. Look how y'all fools started acting. Fighting over toilet paper. I seen people fight over fruit.
What about the dude that shot the dude that sneezed on him?
Yeah. They really was acting like straight ass crazy people, and still are. And it's so much stuff that's just running in conjunction with the coronavirus. People making it seem like because of the coronavirus, all this stuff is going haywire. No. The coronavirus, yeah, it's fucked up, but all this shit was already happening.
Right.
We just was supposed to be in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, it's just like, okay, what y'all gonna do now? Because even though the news is fake, they'll tell y'all some shit and it be straight up for real. Now, it ain't gotta sound true, but they told you.
But this one I'm gonna get you at. Okay, they talking about the fires in California, right?
Yep.
They literally showed firefighters burning things.
Yes, other plants, other woods, other trees. Yes.
How many people you think was like, oh, well, they putting the fire out? Oh, they still putting the fire out? You know what I'm saying? How many people you think still believe that?
Now, we all know you can't what? Fight
fire with fire. They've been the same all these years. And then you got these guys out here fighting fire with fire.
It's just like, y'all don't see this shit.
Exactly.
But, hey, people believe what they want to believe. That's how come I do not get mad at people now when I'm talking to them or we having a conversation or a debate. You know, I love going back and forth.
Right.
I don't get mad at when somebody believe in something else or strongly believe in what they believe in, and to the point where they like, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, I'm wrong. But if I'm saying I'm right, absolutely I'm right. You saying those both two fucking truths, because you think I'm wrong and I think I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's okay. We shouldn't be ready to scratch each other's eyes out.
Exactly.
Because I don't give you that much authority over my life for me to come to a screeching halt and like, nah, it's all President Trump's fault. No, the fuck it ain't.
I think, you know, the thing is you can't even be honest, because if you even be honest about, you know, the lies and the situation with what's going on in the world, people just start attacking you. Oh, you're a Trump supporter. And it's like, no, I'm from the slums. I come from the ghetto. I come from poverty. You know, it has many names where I'm from. And every name ain't good. So, my thing is, Trump don't understand where I'm from because he was born a millionaire. He don't understand how racism works, because guess what? 90% of his life, he was raised around white folks. So, we sit here, oh, that stuff Trump saying was racist. True. 100% true. But guess what? The people that are around him that have been around black people know that was racist. They don't inform him about it because they know he don't know no better, but that's not an excuse for him not to learn. But at this point in time, he ain't got time to learn that. You know, all the odds stacked against what he got going on right now. So
I feel like this, honestly, and this might sound real selfish. I don't give a fuck if Trump have sympathy or empathy for black people. I don't care.
Exactly.
Because guess what? Look how old he is. Black people we ain't new. We're not new.
Exactly.
So at this point, y'all just like, oh, y'all don't feel bad for us. Fuck that. And fuck him. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not. Why we so hung up on if somebody feels sorry for us?
Right?
You know at some point you found out you figured out he was a racist. Okay, what you do after that? Keep talking about him being a racist so you can change who mind?
Because you ain't changing his.
You ain't changing his.
He been like that his whole life.
His whole life. So guess what? What do you do after that? Everybody want to stay stuck up on this one thing. And that's with everything. It's with everything. Biden ain't right, but he better than Trump. What's after him being better than Trump? Where do we go after that? No fucking where. Everybody just standing around.
Like I said, you see, people say he'll talk about Biden, but he doing what every other probably candidate done in years is go from one community to the next community to the next community, make false promises, and never fulfill the promises he made. Obama did it.
Mm.
Bush did it.
Mm.
All the way up into who it was, George Washington. He did it. Abraham Lincoln. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been history, a proven fact that these people, as presidential candidates, go around promising that they will better these communities, get in there and don't do nothing.
Yeah.
And for black people, it been so many years to where it's even a person that actually say they're gonna help the impoverished communities. They don't even say that anymore.
You know what? Trump proposed two days ago that platinum plan.
His insurance.
No, how he gonna help black people, right? Of course, the debate coming up, the elections coming up, and I laughed at. I listened to the whole thing, and it made me laugh because this how predictable black people are. You have some black people that's gonna turn towards Trump because they learning new shit, so they don't like the whole being around the Democrats, right? So they vote gonna switch over, or they just not gonna vote. I get that because I ain't never voted, but he said the platinum plan is to bring up the black community, elevate the black people community, black community. But
now hold on, but if did he truly say this?
Yeah.
Okay, he said that. Would a racist say that? Would a racist person want to even do that?
Listen.
No. I'm just saying.
No, let me say
But
this.
I mean, that's always the argument if you say something about Trump. And that's what I'm saying. They act like he don't have good parts and he don't have bad parts.
Yeah. But
wait, hold on. What I'm saying is this. Biden, because a lot of black people don't know, they haven't done a history on him. Well, who was it? Kerry, that issued the what's the name of the law?
The crime bill.
The crime bill. Mm-hmm. And what that did was put more pressure on impoverished communities.
Yes.
See, black people don't understand it because they haven't went back and done a history on that.
Right.
So just as well as he's saying good things now, he has participated in bad things too.
Yes.
But go ahead now.
Okay. I was saying that to say this. If you trying to get something from somebody, you will say anything you can. Propose. People don't understand what the meaning of propose is. I propose I'll do this.
Exactly.
I mean, I might.
And it's not even a written, it's a verbal.
Yeah, I might or might not. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I may or may not do this.
Depending on how I'm feeling.
Yeah. In a year or two.
Depending on who I'm in line with. But see, because that's what it is for a lot of those guys be major players.
Yeah.
You know, and they have to pay back their constituents before they do anything else. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know, that's when the business savvy come in. You know, it's hard to think of politics as business, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's actually a business.
Yeah, I think back to my finishing off about the reason why I giggle when Trump said the platinum thing. Black platinum or some shit. Platinum plan. Because black people are so predictable that now it ain't even gotta look sparkly. Just sounding sparkly is enough. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. But I weigh the options at some point. And I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. When Biden was like, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And that's just he was so confident because
racist to me.
And it was racist. But the thing was, it was from the standpoint that he known for generations, and he know for generations that blacks vote Democrat because of generational upbringing.
I feel like it's a curse.
You think it's a curse?
I feel like it's a curse because my thing is basically what black people are doing. Well, I'm not gonna say that. What a lot of different black people are doing, because it's not all black people, it's forcing generational votes for people who don't even have an alliance with you. Like I don't understand that. I think I never understand that, because I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying, especially when people be like, oh, you vote for Trump? No, I'm not voting for neither one of them. You're not voting for neither one of them. Make your vote count. Excuse me, sir?
But if I was voting for Trump, you wouldn't want my vote to count.
Exactly. But not even that, though. Black people can't tell me when they vote actually counted, except when it comes to Obama.
It didn't count then. Man, black people, listen, he was gonna be the president whether 3 black people voted or 4 black people voted. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely get what you're saying.
We and I'm not saying that. The thing is, Dick Gregory said this shit best. They give us hope. Hope is the everything and nothing all at the same time.
Exactly.
Some of you motherfuckers will get hit with it, and some of you motherfuckers won't get hit with it. It is a poison. That's just like being in a situation you know you shouldn't be in, but you hope that it get better. That's giving the other people, oh, I might do good by you. I propose I'll do good by you. I propose I'm not. Yep. That's how I feel. Black people need to quit taking the medicine hope and thinking it's medicine. It's not. It is a poison. I refuse to take that medicine or that poison anymore. Black people look at hope as some kind of saving grace. I don't hope a motherfucker do right by me, because that's what we hoping. Well, if Biden get in there, hopefully he do what's good. What is doing us good?
Well, we've been hoping for a long time.
We've been hoping for too damn long. We hope that we went back home from the slave ships. You see what I'm saying? We hope that Master didn't beat us. You see what I'm saying? We hope that when we get pulled over, we don't get shot in the fucking face. We hope that we can own a home in this neighborhood. We hope we can go on the car lot and purchase a car without being, you know what I'm saying, denied for no fucking reason, apparently, besides being black. We hope our kids get a good education. We hope this vaccine they giving our child won't have them die in the middle of the night. You get what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing.
Poison.
Me and you can have this conversation, but for a lot of people that I know and related to or grew up with, we can't have this conversation because it doesn't pan out the same.
Because it's scary.
It's not that it's scary, because it's like trying to convince a blind man to open his eyes because he really ain't blind and he can see.
No.
Because he's not blind.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's not blind. That's what I mean. That's the metaphor.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that you blind, it's that your eyes closed.
It's like I can't get nowhere. I'm stuck, motherfucker. Turn around. You remember that time I got drunk? I can't see. What you say? Open your eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Open your eyes. God damn it, you're drunk. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's true. I know a lot of our family don't agree with how we move now, and it's okay because number one, people are afraid of what they don't know. They fear what they don't know. They really absolutely do. And certain things hold us in those shackles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially fear. And if you live in a fear-based life constantly, you putting yourself in this invisible ass box. And you like, oh no, I can't touch it. Oh no, I can't do this. Oh no, I ain't no. What if people don't like it? Fuck them peoples.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Anybody that call me with any kind of idea, if you thought about it, that was the first initial step.
Right.
All you got to do is move your hands. It was a artist, and somebody asked him. I think I said this before. How do you come up with your painting, your portraits? He said, I go to sleep. I dream about my portraits, and then I get up and paint them. What kind of gangster shit is that?
It's gangster.
It's fuck. So everybody had these dreams, and what's holding them back is fear of no support, fear of somebody saying, oh, that ain't gonna work. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. Why would we have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, hoping that a motherfucker, ain't nobody come save you. Nobody. Especially a motherfucker that don't look like you. They don't want to help you. They want to keep you where you at so you can keep helping them.
Correct.
Come on now, you can't. I don't know. You know, I got my family members. I kind of, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily tiptoe around, but I hurry up and get the fuck out the phone with you, because some conversations can't be had, and of course I feel differently than what I felt a year ago.
Exactly. And I think I try to explain that to a lot of people I know, that, you know, me being a vegetarian, my mind think clearer than it ever have in my life that I can remember.
Yeah.
And when you say that, they be like, huh?
Couldn't be. Your food can't affect you like that. But
you need a steak. I'm
like,
what?
But everybody know what the itis is.
Exactly.
And that shit is like chloroform. I get it. I don't know. I know, you know, we got so many people that don't want to educate themselves, because just education itself is a scary thing, because that means you'll have to necessarily admit that what you was taught and how you been living all these years was wrong. Of course, we don't necessarily want to be wrong, because we'll have to change.
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to change, and that's okay, but that you don't condemn somebody else for changing. I get a lot of sideways looks, you know what I'm saying, from my family, especially when we get to talking about religion, you know what I'm saying. And it's okay with me, but
it's the end of the world when you talking about religion.
I hurt your feelings, you know what I'm saying, and it's out of love. It's really out of love, because you not finna sit here and tell me some stuff is metaphorical, and this is something I'm supposed to live by.
Right.
But to me, it's all fear and opinion.
Exactly.
And I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not. I absolutely rather not. You know what I'm saying? But don't nobody want to divulge in that. Man, people don't realize how wonderful their mind is. It really is. But then they'll watch 1,000 Dr. Sabi videos and be like, yeah, Dr. Sabi talk a lot about that. You ain't applying none of this shit. You ain't even paying for the information he giving you. This shit is priceless. This shit is absolutely priceless, and you don't even want to touch it. You just want to hear it. Apply that shit.
Exactly.
If you apply that shit, do you realize you can become a whole nother motherfucker? But is that motherfucker is the person you willing to look at in the mirror necessarily? Are you willing to shed all that bullshit? Because his teachings go deep. But don't nobody want to necessarily go that deep within themselves.
Exactly.
And I never realized how afraid I was of my own self than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Well, if I gotta if my body get healthy, my mind gonna have to get healthy. If my mind get healthy, my mouth gonna have to get healthier. How many times have you seen me try to watch a movie like 3 times? You like, you was watching this the other day? I'd be like, yeah, it'll take me 3-4 days to watch a movie, and it do. Because I will watch a certain amount and be like, no, I gotta read a book. I gotta read something. I don't give a damn what it is. I gotta read some shit.
I think that's what it done got down for me too, that the reality TV is definitely destroying the black community. You know, and it's already bad enough that it's scripted and people don't understand it's scripted. Cause they be like, oh, I wouldn't be cool with her, I wouldn't be friends with her, I wouldn't be around them no more. They paid to do this. What's so hard for you to understand? You watch a whole TV show and understand that these people get paid to do this show. But you think just because it says reality TV, this is actual real life.
Yeah.
No. Every reality TV show, 90% of them got a script. The other ones that don't got a script go off some kind of rules and regulations.
Yes. We got to do this take again. Come back through the door. You know what I'm saying? Don't swing this way this time. Swing this way. That's why security guards be there.
Right. And that's what I don't understand when it comes to the black community, when it comes to these reality TV shows, that you literally think this shit real, then they break off into a scuffle and you see 8 security guards. Nigga, if it was reality, that shit don't happen in real life.
Yeah.
When people get to fighting, they get to fighting.
You know why they named it reality TV? Because we don't know how to live in our own reality. And it's more appeasing to live in somebody else's reality versus your own. I can't even watch, I really can't watch other TV, not reality TV. You know what I'm saying? Like different shows. I can't even watch those shows. I used to, you know, I love me some Power. Thinking back, I did. But after the boy, what was his name? After the sister got killed,
Tyreek.
I ain't watching no more. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, I think I was done with it then too.
It was too much, and then I'm dedicating so much time to wrap my world around this time for this much amount of time to watch this TV show at this time. You know what I'm saying? And I did not want to be disturbed. All I wanted to do was just this thing. And it's like, why would you give something so much dedication? I can be dedicating that shit to myself.
True.
Or something else. Or a book.
It's like every year with every reality show come out, it got more and more trashier for black people. Like, think about what I'm saying. You got Real Housewives of Atlanta. You got all these other black Love and Hip Hop, LA, and different fractions of Love and Hip Hop. And you got black people just being just trashed, just demonized as a character. And they fine with it as long as the check coming. You sitting here, you willing to look any kind of way like a fool with so much makeup on, you look like a fucking clown. For some of them. And then you got some of them characters that is characterized so negative, it don't even make sense. You're like, wow, when did you have the time to do all of this negative stuff that you saying that you're doing on this show? And it's like, I get it. You know, they the super villain.
Yeah.
You know, I watch a lot of Iron Man and Avengers and all that. You know, comic books, Batman. I used to love all that. They're the super villains.
Mm-hmm.
So for every so-called hero, you have to have a super villain. But see, we don't look at it like that because, you know, they done confused us and told us, this is real TV. This is happening.
Reality.
This is reality. No, it's fake reality. It's the perception of reality.
Yeah.
You know, and we can't even tear ourselves away from it when you got people in that household arguing over these characters. You know, when these people go home, they family.
Mm-hmm.
They put on a show and then they go home.
Yeah. Yeah. That's certainly true. I don't know. I don't clown people that watch it, but you definitely start on, and I be like, I don't watch TV, and people, that's a shock to some people.
Right. People, I tell people all the time, we don't even got cable.
No.
We just got internet.
Mm-hmm.
What I need cable for? I don't even watch TV.
I remember one time you came in here and was like, is you watching Tom and Jerry?
Exactly.
I will watch Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes and shit.
Bleach. I've been watching Bleach for, you know, I've been watching Bleach for a minute, just trying to catch up on all them episodes because it's a anime cartoon, which, you know, I'm pretty fond of. That type of cartoons is they make. I mean, that's where Dragon Ball Z come from.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my whole thing, and you know, I feel like I'm not trashing reality TV or people who watch it. But I'm definitely saying that I have had blowback from the people who watch reality TV. Be like, oh, so you don't watch this? No, I don't watch that. Okay, I'm gonna get up off reality TV thing. I think I spent enough time on it. You know, to all my people out there that's listening, thank you for listening. You know, we will continue to put out content and honest conversations. You know, if you disagree, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. If you agree, we can agree to agree. But my whole thing is this. It's so much stuff out here ruining the black community right now. Like, the level of attacks that we coming under is so heavy. You know, you got social media, you got police brutality, you got government officials abusing their power, you got businesses, you know, that don't want us in their business, don't want us on their airplane lines, you know, don't want us in their restaurants and their coffee shops, and you got TV shows and all these things in these natures that black people are coming under attack, and we like, okay, so what? And I'm like, no. If we really truly want to fix this, we gotta quit supporting them, man. We have to, and it can't just be some of us. It gotta be all of us, because that's what hurt these businesses. Capital, finances, money, moolah, De Niro, whatever you want to call it. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fettuccine. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But that's what sends a message loud and clear.
Yeah.
That's truly what it is. Now, as far as police brutality, you know, that's something that gotta be an internal fix. You know, and when I say internal, I don't mean cops fixing cops, because they got internal affairs, and you see that shit is a non-void when it comes to hate crimes, because that's what I believe it is, that police officers commit hate crimes against other races of people besides Caucasians. But I don't want to really we already done a podcast about police brutality, but I was just naming that as one of those things that is constantly attacked that we face in the black community every single day. You know, and for the black man, it's definitely difficult to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders every day, all day, And then for the black woman, she has to help you release or pass the buck. You have to pass the buck to her. Now the weight of the world is on her shoulders when you get home. And it's difficult and it's tough. And I think an open dialogue makes shit so much better. And that's one thing we don't think is true. I try to talk to her. No, if you come off with an attitude, you rude, you disrespectful, you know, you out of line, nobody ain't gonna have a real conversation. They don't want to talk to you like that. But if you talk in a respectable manner, a calm manner, and this supposed to be your significant other, so it shouldn't be hard for you to try to adjust to that. But you gotta want to, and you gotta do it. That way, she can be your bag up. You know what I'm saying? Your everything, as we say. You know, it's so many raps out. She my everything. There's so many raps out here that say that the black woman is they everything, but they the most over-sexualized and demonized and hurt and abused people within the black community. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh no, it's us. No, we dying faster. You know, we facing, basically, we on the gun line.
Yeah.
You know, so, but when it comes to the hurt, it's more hurt distributed to the black woman than it is to the black man, because the black man will go through his hurt and distribute that to the black woman.
And no matter how much I think a woman is hurt, she'll still try to make it better for the black man, because we see what y'all go through, you know what I'm saying, and us like trying to show that upbeat spirit towards you. It's kind of like, I ain't ready for that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You know how like your kids, you come home, you done had a rough day, all you need is that drive home it wasn't that peaceful because you thought about, so you like, all I want to do is get home, take a shower and sit down, but your kids miss you and they like, Daddy, I drew you a picture. You like, fuck that picture, look kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, it's just that's where it landed. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit happens. I feel like the black community, these motherfuckers would you get together and have like book clubs. But it's not a book club. They just go in the bed,
wine club,
drink wine, and then come home and love their kids and shit. It's like, that little motherfucker, don't you know I found applesauce in my shoe? You know what I'm saying? And then I think we need to first of all, we need to get to an understanding that black women and black men, we are not on different teams. We are not supposed to hate each other. But see, this finna fuck your mind up. We watch the same news. We watch the same shows. We know all the villains and non-villains, and most of them is all in common, true enough. But we don't like each other just like white people do not like us. You get what I'm saying? And we don't see that shit because we think, oh, that's my kinfolk. No. You don't like your husband because you don't like the motherfucker you watched on the news. You see what I'm saying? We look at each other how white people look at us. The racist white people look at us. That's how I feel. And I feel like it's fucked up because it come from a long line of bullshit. It really absolutely do. Everybody want to just stick everything right here. It come from a long line of stuff. We don't want to love each other. Mm-hmm. Now, it's a certain amount. That's why I when we first got together, I was like, I don't do that love shit. That shit is some bullshit. I feel about love like I feel about hope, because you have people that was taught how to use love
to manipulate,
and then you have people that need love
to survive.
And how can we determine the two? You can't.
It's hard to.
It's hard,
It's hard
to.
to.
It's hard to. I my stomach, every time I get on Instagram, of course, you know, Dr. Dre and his wife, my stomach churns every time I roll past that story. Because how dare you want to take everything he got, to the point where now stories out there he liquidated all his assets. Why would a human have to do that? Bitch, you wasn't Mrs. Dre, you know what I'm saying, from the get-go. But what I notice is, even talking to women that is in my world, not, you know, rich, but, you know, poor.
Poverty and middle class.
Right. They'll be going through a divorce and be like, I want everything I deserve. I'm gonna get what I deserve, especially if financials is in the picture. And it's like, you know, you chose to be with this person no matter how funky his fucking feet is, until you decided not to be with him no more. Now his feet is unbearable. But what the fuck do you think you deserve that he don't deserve? That's why I have always told you, if you ever run into some money, like if you hit the lottery or some shit, print a prenup. I don't give a fuck if it's handwritten. If you don't want me, if you know what I'm saying, I don't think people should get somebody's life's earnings.
So what if you hit the lottery?
If I hit the lottery,
you would want that same treatment?
Hell yeah, I will. You know,
I would give it to you. I think if that's what you want, I would give it to you. But see, that's more or less how I feel now. You know, if I truly love you, like I say I do, or I want to be with you or make you happy, then if that's what make you happy,
check this out.
That's what I'm gonna do.
What would be right? Me, you know, I'm one of them people. I'm not a materialistic person. Mm-hmm. Unless it's like some shit that go in the house. I get excited about refrigerators and blenders and shit like that. Vacuum cleaners, carpet cleaners. That's my type of shit. If I hit the lottery, even though we married, what if shit just don't, you know what I'm saying? What if on down the road I say today I hit 500 million? Mm-hmm. I will cut it in half. I would
do the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's appropriate to me. But when you have a woman that's like, I decided to Google my husband one day. No, bitch, you knew how much that man was worth. You know his potential worth. And you helped him invest in other businesses that will up his fucking worth for this day. It is women that will stay married to a man after they don't want to be with them no more for so many years so they can collect the maximum amount of... Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you do know you can work. I don't want to do that. This bitch said she need $1 million a month. For what? For clothes. She broke it down. Clothes, $350,000. What on her feet? On for shoe? What you wearing? Baby goats? You see what I'm saying?
She wearing whale bottoms.
It's just like, but I mean, you also have women that's going through a divorce and they like, you know, I did this for you, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but you had some shit he had to put up with too. So how come everybody's shit that they had to put up with when the shit hit the fan is more important? What's so wrong? You stayed with this man for so many years. You ain't got no business. You got kids.
That's her business.
Exactly.
Because 90% of cases, when divorce come of people who rich or people who famous or rich and famous, it's always the kids got to be put in the middle as a weapon. Chip. Mm-hmm. As all bargaining chip or a weapon. Mm-hmm. You know, depending on who doing the bargaining and who weaponizing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not fair on men end, and it's not fair because you do have, you know, like, I don't know. I can't even use that for no example because I think Mary should have paid that man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, the only reason why I feel like Mary J. Blige should have paid her husband or ex-husband is because he sacrificed his career to help her along her career. But she wasn't paying him.
But why wasn't she paying him?
Because they was married.
That's bullshit.
I think that was unfair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I think he looked at it like, why would we talk about money when our money's supposed to be split 50-50 anyway?
But see, she knew she had more money.
She suckered him. I mean, I feel like she suckered him.
Oh yeah, you like I said, that love shit, it's a foggy ass line because you have people that use love to manipulate. Whether they manipulating something for good or something for bad, but you also have people that need love to survive. And hey, you got some grimy ass motherfuckers out here. I think people do not look at their spouses as a person. Men and women. I think men and women do this shit. I don't think they look at their spouse as a person. I don't think they feel like their spouse deserves more than what they're willing to give, but think the spouse supposed to give more than what they have to give. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's fucked up because I ain't never tripped about working or not working. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal for me. Shit, we gotta pay rent. We gotta motherfucking eat. We gonna do the shit together. That's how it always been in my eyes. But I do know a couple of women that's like, I want my, like, check this out. I was talking to my mama one day and she was like, nah, my man gotta be able to buy a house or have his own house, have his own car, have a job. You know what I'm saying? All this fine line, this fine list of things. And I was like, what you got? It's like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't add up.
Your list ain't the same.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same. It's not the same. And that's the most poor, thoughtful process. Because you need to even have love from me, you have to have this extraordinary list of things. And you know the word preventing me from being able to gather this shit. And then you gonna down me for not having it. And every time we into it, it's brought up, it's a failure. I'm already a total failure because I can touch the shit I can smell the shit that I want to get. I know what I want to do for you, but I can't. It's hard. Because
it takes time and dedication and hard work.
But but
that's not what you want. You want it now, and I can't get it now, so therefore it's a problem.
Yeah.
But my thing is this. I think it's very important that black people start to understand, in order for us to survive, we got to get rid of this savage mentality that we have been taught over the last couple of years. Actually, people been saying, black people been saying they're savage before Megan Thee Stallion. Boosie was saying it. You go back to CeeLo and all them. They been saying they was a savage. They come. It really. I don't want to say it originated from New Orleans, but when it first came to me, I heard it from the New Orleans rappers, Master P and all them. They used to rap about savagery. Okay, in order for black people to survive in this world now, we're going to have to get out that mind frame of savagery because we keep on saying we're savage. It didn't get mad when they treat us like a savage.
I don't think so. You know why? Because black people problem is they apply the wrong shit to the wrong people. Black people don't need to forget being a savage. They need to.
I didn't say forget it.
What you say?
I say get out that mentality.
They don't need
of walking around, I'm a savage.
They need.
Okay, my thing is this. Like I said, why instead of it's times to where it's called for you to be savage like.
Yeah.
But every day, all day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think we turn into kittens and puppy dogs for the opposite team.
True.
And towards our own people, we the wolves.
Definitely true.
We the hyenas.
Shit, first 48 showed you that.
Oh yeah.
Them white police officers get them dudes in there, boy. Them boys get the tail end like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Soon as a black lady come in there, oh yeah, crying and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you literally just told a motherfucker in the hood you'll kill him.
And probably just did.
You know what I'm saying? It don't even make sense to me.
I think women. I think Brother Polite said, you know, black women. He preach a lot about black women being God, which is true. But I also feel like black men are gods too. But I also feel like single-handedly black women kind of put a dent in our community. And I ain't saying nothing bad because I understand the hurt and the rage that come from heartbreak, that come from disappointment and misunderstanding. I do. I really truly do.
In bad situations.
In bad situations. It's hurtful because it's like you do know that shit wasn't meant for that motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying? And black men receive that shit from their single mothers way before they get with a woman. So what they do is project onto their lesser. Like I said, we don't look at our spouses as a person. We don't look necessarily we hurting our spouse or we hurt their feelings or shit like that because we know the toughness that they can bring. So we give them the toughest. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's really sad because women can do some shit. I've seen some women be able to motherfucking juggle some shit, and I've seen men be able to juggle some shit. I don't think no gender, as in the black community, more superior than the other. I can't stand that I'm a strong black woman shit. You do know...
Or you a black feminist.
Or you a black feminist. You do know... It's separate. Because being a strong black woman, you telling somebody, I can handle whatever you give me. Do you know what the fuck? They not finna give you balloons and shit. They are finna give you hell. Yeah, you gonna be able to make it through. You're gonna be able to make it through. But should you? Should you? You get what I'm saying?
I get.
Now that black feminist shit, I don't agree with it. I can understand why black women would turn to their, especially these intelligent black women. You do have a lot of intelligent ass black women. They feel like they don't understand. They too mind is warped into the reality shit. Because, you know, we done had a conversation with a person or two about being a black feminist, and it's like you so fucking smart that you don't know where feminism came from in the beginning. These motherfuckers was coming to your neighborhoods and saying, you don't need that man. You don't need him. You can work. You can raise them kids all by yourself. And then them hoes go home
to their husband
and take the meatloaf out the goddamn oven and fix Johnny boy a plate. Meanwhile, you at home mad at your children because they look like they daddy. How frustrating. That's a mind fuck. And then when them black women found out what was going on, fuck you gonna do now?
We too stubborn. So they stuck with it. A lot of them stuck with it. Now some black women did abandon it when they realized they got it from the female Caucasians from the Caucasoid Mountains. They was like, wait a minute, this lady just tricked me.
I've been bamboozled.
And a lot of them did stop saying they was black feminists.
But it was too late.
It was too late because it had already spread it. And my thing is this. If you got to put black in front of anything, it ain't legit. So why you can't just say you a feminist? Why you have to be a black feminist? Because what? You know you got it from the white people. And this is not me being racist. It's just telling the truth. Because we might have some Caucasian people out there that listen to our podcast. Because, of course, we got a little following now, which is good. Thank everybody for listening. But if you are Caucasian, it's not a racist thing. What I'm saying, if you go back and check the facts, you'll see that it's true.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to feel like this is hate speech or what anti-Semitic speech or any of that nature, because that's not what it is. It's just telling the truth. Feminism began with Caucasian women, and then they rolled it on to the black neighborhoods, just like everything else had been rolled on to us. We always the lab rats, the guinea pigs. We always the stepping stone for embetterment for another race.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we can't see that. We like, oh yeah, they did do that, but I still gonna be who I am. And they tell me that's who I am, so that's who I am. And it's like, you lost out here.
Yeah.
Because you don't even, when I tell you the truth, you deny it. You in complete denial.
Mm-hmm. I love when people, like if I'm having a conversation with somebody and then, at first I thought it pissed me off, but it don't. I actually like it. And I had to kind of sit with it for a minute to realize what it was I was feeling about it. When people, I have a whole conversation, oh, well, just stretch a little time, and then they'll finally come back and be like, oh, you know what? Such and such told me about such and such and such and such. It's
right.
Like, yeah, motherfucker, I was trying to tell you
right.
a while back.
Well, I remember you mentioned it, but I couldn't remember everything.
Well, how you come
but
to
you
my
remember
phone
everything
number?
what that person told you.
How you
exactly what I already said.
How you come to my phone number when you know what I'm saying? You call me to tell me what another motherfucker said that I seen from the get-go. But, hey.
But it's funny because that's how we interpret information.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is it that when we get information from somebody, we just can't go figure out and do the research? Because, like I said, the telephone is a computer. Your cell phone is a computer. I don't care what nobody say. Only person who can say that they ain't got no computer in their cell phone are people who still got flip phones.
To answer your question,
and they still can search the web.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
To answer your question, I think it's because black people don't trust black people. If you know somebody is a thief, well, have a history of being a thief,
I'm gonna watch them like a hawk.
You gonna watch their ass. You gonna watch their ass, and you ain't gonna let shit of any value be out of your eyesight. You ain't gonna let them in your house, but they can come to you and tell you something, and just because they have this history of being a thief, even though
like it's not true.
It's not true. You get what I'm saying? So all black people, do you know all black people are black people as a collective? There is not one single black person out here in this world that is not like another black person.
Candace Owens.
No. Depending on who you talking to. Because she will be, it don't matter how good she speak. It don't matter how fat her weave is combed to the back. I don't give a fuck what kind of ring she got on. She is just the same depending on who you talk to as everybody else.
I disagree with that because I feel like she say whatever the check, whoever write the check tell her to say.
That could be true, but guess what? If a racist white person heard her talking how she was talking, they'll be like, yeah, you right, I support Trump too, but you're still a nigger. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
So black people love to have the one up on a different black person. When you go to a workplace like these call centers, all these black people competing, trying to be better than this person, but y'all is coming here to get a check. It's so much shit that go on in call centers and factories and shit like that.
Yes,
y'all do know y'all getting a check to lead this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's so much competition, but for nothing. But if y'all band it together,
it'll be better. It'll definitely be better and stronger. But from my experience, dealing with the jealousy, the envy, and the greed.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I have experienced from a lot of places that I worked at. You know, they jealous of the next man who make $2 more. They're jealous of the next woman who walking through the factory or the plan of the business, not doing her job because she pretty. Everybody helping her because she pretty. They jealous of that. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, well, wait a minute. Why don't you just quit helping her? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you start helping? Well, everybody else doing it. You sound stupid. You complaining about it, but you still helping them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, from my experience, I told the dude, I'm like, okay, he like, such and such ain't making enough money. I mean, ain't making what I'm making. He making more than me. I supposed to be making that money. I'm like, hold on, how are you supposed to be making that money?
Because I said so.
Because I know I've been here longer and all that shit. So I'm like, cool, okay, let's go up here and try to vindicate it, get everything situated, and get you where you need to be.
Yeah.
So
because it's your job.
It's my job. So I went up there and, they was like, okay, if this is how y'all feel, then what we going to do, we just going to cut the overtime out all in general. So you already know what was coming next. Man, how they going to cut all the overtime out,
because you complain. Blah, blah, blah.
But you made sure that you complained about the next man who was getting the overtime because you wanted the overtime, and then you complained about the overtime. What's really good?
Yeah. It's just the same as with the kids. They fight. I throw that shit in the garbage. Ain't no fighting no more. But they continue fighting.
But these are grown people.
Are grown people.
And they black people in the community that's hurting the community. It's like everybody always feel like they doing what's best for black people, knowing that it's really what's best for your pockets.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's another pointer black people have to get out of is I will sink the whole ship.
Yes. Crab in the bucket. You ain't getting out, I'm pulling you back down. And we've been having that mentality because it's been spread from generation to generation. Mm-hmm. And ain't nobody trying to break that cycle. It don't matter where you work at or where you go. If you come in, that's just like if I go to a job today and I come in and I'm making more money than somebody who been there 2 years ago.
Yeah. And
they find out, they gonna complain.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of you saying what it is that I need to do to get to that level, you gonna complain. Nah, that ain't right. Then they're like, okay, well, we just gonna knock both of y'all down. then you like, you just messed up my money because you jealous.
Then you got this nigga like, yeah, you hating ass nigga. But it's true.
Right.
Because if you wouldn't have said shit, that'd be clean up. But I don't want you to have it, so can't nobody have it. Yeah.
And that's like I said, it's the crab in the bucket mentality. You gonna stick. I'm gonna pull you back down to where I'm at.
Yeah.
You're not gonna excel any higher.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to change with the people I know. Mm-hmm. Because it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be you hating on the next man because he getting overtime and you not. Figure out how you can get into the overtime slot. I remember I wasn't getting no overtime that first year I started at music. I didn't complain or tell on nobody. I waited till the opportunity presented itself and the supervisor was like, hey, you want some overtime? I'm like, finally. I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bright and early.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to.
The most dangerous person in the world, and I've been telling you this since we got together, because I always told you ain't got no damn patience. The most dangerous person in the world is a person that has patience. Because you can wait, you can watch. You can
I agree.
observe. You can, it's a motherfucker, because sometimes you have to develop that discipline. The one thing I love about myself is I'm not a jealous person, because I know my thought process. If I was to get jealous about something, do I really love who I'm jealous of? Even if I don't know them, because you're supposed to have just love for people.
Well, that's just like when we was doing t-shirts and we had a particular website and a particular person that started copying everything we was doing. I didn't get mad and try to report them and get them shut down or none of that. I was just like, okay, so what?
Yeah.
If they make money off of it, so what? If you gonna do what I do, so what? If they decide they want to do a podcast, so what? That's my whole thing. We so quick to be like, oh, they trying to be like me. But if somebody trying to be like you, is that necessarily bad?
No.
Because that means you setting an example.
Yes.
Or as younger people say, you a trendsetter, you setting the trend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But see, if you don't see yourself in that light, then you will always perceive it as somebody hating on you.
And the thing, man, it pissed me off so bad. Like, when I first started couponing, right? A lot of black people didn't. Every black person I ran into at a cash register to be like, this white people stuff. White people do this. I've never seen a black couponer. Blew my mind because it's like, really? Coupons? You had so many black women starting to do it. Because, you know, I used to share information. You was like, baby, when is we leaving? Because I talk. I would. You do this. Because I'm just giving. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's with information. People that tried to so-called do it behind my back, but it wasn't behind my back because I encouraged you to do the shit in the first place. You just spoke against it. Exactly. So your pride was too big and saying, I went home and thought about this shit and seen all the stuff that you got and saw the price that you paid. I want to do it. But see, they get so stuck, they have to come to me and be like, hey, I need help.
After they done talk bad about
After they done talk
to the people at the store.
Yeah, and it's like, you do know I heard that bullshit, but why you ain't bring it up? I'm going to show you. You know what I'm saying? But once I really get to showing you, I have to hurt your feelings now because, first of all, you know how to do the shit right. You need to know how to do the shit right before you try to do the shit wrong. Everybody always want to do some wrong shit at the beginning and then want a second chance to redeem themselves. Don't nobody want to fuck with you. You done almost made me lose my job. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, y'all, why even be like that?
I seen that in a lot of the groups. You'll have a lot of the black women couponing, hating on other black women, but don't say nothing about any other race or group in the group. And I'm like, instead of hating on her or trying to humiliate them in social media, why not say, look, this is you wrong. Let me show you how to do it so you can better understand it. I never seen that. I always was some hate stuff coming out, and I'm like, what the crap? It's not necessary. But like I said, in order for me to elevate, I got to step on it. And it's not even true. It's not even true. I elevated in my life from where I was 10 years ago to 12 years ago, because Lou 12 now, to where I am today, and then step on one person.
I remember, I think I cried. Remember I broke my phone. I was on my way to go coupon and I broke my phone and you was like, well, just come on home or whatever. And then you was like, well, you do got this phone, you can just use this temporary. So I inboxed my group and I'm like, I broke my phone. I lost all my special coupons, you know what I'm saying? And remember they clowned me? Yeah. I got out that group, but that one girl that inboxed me, and she didn't even know our situation. Like, we was in a pinch, you know what I'm saying? But I know this made us money, so I'm finna go, you know what I'm saying? Just so happened I broke my phone. She was like, let me show you a little bit, something. You see what I'm saying? And I took off. She ain't asked for no money. She was like, girl, do your thing. Now you ain't got a bed.
But you show her gratitude. Though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But see, that's the thing that's far few and in between in the black community.
Yes.
When somebody do something for you, I'm not saying you owe them that, but I mean, it's just good practice as a human being, a good human being, to show people gratitude when they help you get out of bind or out of situation or give you knowledge that you were seeking to help you battle something or move forward.
Anytime, because like I said, our areas was different. Of course, we discussed where we live once, you know what I'm saying, that relationship was established. And I'm like, oh shit, so anytime I take off, I'm gonna make sure I send you this shit. And then after that, we didn't even speak no more. It was just boom, boom, swippity swap. Exactly. That's it. That was it. You see what I'm saying? It's fucked up because you don't have to be fucked up. You do not have to be that way. But I love when I talk to people and they be like, oh, all this is going wrong, all this is going wrong, all this is such and such. What you thinking? What do you think when you see somebody else's life going great? How do you, because you don't realize you speaking your shit away because you be too busy hating on motherfuckers. I love seeing people get somewhere. Even if I ain't gotta be riding the boat, the bike, the nothing. I ain't even gotta know shit about it. But if I see a motherfucker buying the house, I love it. Cause it's a long ass time before I seen people
buy houses that you know,
that I know,
and it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, me personally, my relative that's buying a house, I'm proud.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm definitely gonna spend time over there visiting.
Yeah.
You know,
helping
and show support.
Helping.
And show support.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I ain't bought me a house yet. I ain't fooling with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have that mentality. My mentality is that, like, I'm excited. Like, yes, let's do this. I'm next. I'm next. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you need me to do? I want to help with this transition.
I can help you move. You know what I'm saying? Pack.
Yeah.
All that. Hook up stuff. Whatever you need, I got your back.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna need that same gratitude.
Yeah.
When I buy my house.
Yeah.
But it's not a competition thing. Mm-hmm. We both already had this conversation, so we knew it was gonna get to a point where your family bought a house and my family bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
But see, people will not have that conversation and then be sour because somebody has, like I said, elevated something in their life and they feel like they getting left behind. But the only reason why you getting left behind is because you choose to.
Yeah. People are so ungrateful that they can't even be grateful for somebody else receiving a blessing.
I mean, you say blessing, I don't say blessing because I feel like if you work for it, it's what you worked hard for. So it's not necessarily a blessing because it didn't just come out of nowhere. You know, you worked to get to this point. Mm-hmm. And that's the misconception with that. You can't call something you work for a blessing. Now, you might feel like it's a blessing that you at that point or that you made it to that point. But if you work for it, you earned it.
Yeah.
We got to quit doing that. We got to quit putting stuff in a religious standpoint that ain't in a religious standpoint. That ain't got nothing to do with religion. If I work overtime every week for 2 years
you know you gonna have
and buy a house, I'm not going to say it's a blessing. I'm going to say I bust my butt to get here.
Yeah. Hallelujah, me.
And I'm damn proud. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it will be for me. And see, a lot of people got to get that out the way. Oh, you blessed. No, I work hard.
But it was the reason why I said that. Because, like I knew this was going to send you into overdrive. It was a setup. My bad.
I didn't really go into overdrive.
But
I
just know
wanted to get something understood.
But I said that to get you there for me to say this. If you saying, look, I got a new house. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, you sure did receive a blessing, or you got blessed. You know what I'm saying? That means they taking away
from your hard work.
From your motherfucking hard work. That's all I was trying to get to. Why? That's how come I be forgetting that we ain't camera doing. That's why I did the blessing.
The quotation.
Yeah.
Well, you can say quotation. You can say air quotation, even though you done it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, come on.
No, I definitely understood that. You know, there's just like having 3 cars. Everybody always talking about, y'all got 3 cars. Okay, first of all, they're older models. Second of all, we work on them all the time and make sure they running properly. And third of all, we work hard to spend the money to get the 3 cars. Like, it wasn't like somebody just gave us 3 cars. We wasn't given a blessing and somebody said, look, y'all don't got no car, here go 3.
Here go 3.
We worked hard to put money together to get them, and we keep working hard to put money together to keep them running.
Yeah. But you know what? That's just how people, that's how mine's was. Because you had to get away from who you were and what you believed.
Yes.
And it, you know what I'm saying, me too. But, I mean,
2 years ago, I had a completely different way of thinking and a whole different process of communication and verbally expressing things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up really learning to hold things in until I explode, kind of like a pressure cooker, or a teapot, or a tea kettle. You boil it and then it go, it screams. That's how I was taught to conceal how I feel. So now I'm more like, okay, what I'm trying to do is approach things in a different manner and communicate it to my people, because before I go, I want people to understand, like, I was trying to fix and battle my people and help my people, because everybody think money is going to help you, but money can't help you if you get, let's say for instance, $500,000 and you don't do nothing but party, kicking, and buy items that don't even mean nothing. You didn't buy your house. You didn't do nothing that you should have done to ensure your longevity in life. All you did was just have fun with the money.
Yeah.
Then you get broke. Now you're like, okay, I don't got nothing.
Yeah.
That's your fault because of the decisions that you made.
Yeah.
And I think we never look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I was wrong. It's always somebody else's fault.
Everybody else's fault.
And then it go from being everybody else's fault to maybe it's a religious standpoint. Maybe God don't love me. Or whoever the religion may be. Maybe I'm being punished. No, you just made a bunch of bad decisions.
Well, I believe differently. Like, I'm not saying that you being punished by God. I'm saying, like, people don't realize how much they supposedly punishment is actually they self. Because me and you came to a whole conclusion a long time ago that you didn't know who the fuck you was.
Right.
So therefore you did all the wrong shit to yourself.
Yes, I did.
And it's still shit that you gotta go back and correct.
I got a mean relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So now you finding out who you are. You got a calmer mind. And you better with yourself. We not better with ourselves. We not good to us. We good to other people for what they can do for us.
Right.
But
the moment they can't do nothing for you, then what?
Fuck them. Fuck them all. But are you good to yourself for what you can do for you? No, we ain't taught that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree.
So if I got a large amount of money, and I know for a fact we have 3 daughters, right? That ain't gonna be my motherfucking time to goddamn wear Louis Vuittons and shit. You see what I'm saying? People do that shit. And then wonder why, how, when, what happened. Didn't I give you $50? That don't add up to this.
Exactly.
But we have people out here that's like that, and we don't necessarily want to admit that we are our own worst enemy.
And I agree. And on that note, I want to end my statement like this because we're coming to a closing. What I want to say is this. To all my people out there that's listening, especially coming from a black standpoint, in order for us to survive, we have to start being better with each other. Family, friends, associates, and even other black people that you don't know and may bump into anywhere. We need to stop looking for the negative within ourselves and projecting it on other black people. And we need to learn how to de-escalate a situation amongst our race instead of escalating it. And that's pretty much how I want to sum mine up tonight. How you want to sum yours up?
Say what I had to say.
We got a little time. We go ahead and sum something up. Just do a little 30-second clip, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel like, as a whole, as in the black community, I don't too much like to necessarily speak on other communities, but black communities, we need to be better on ourselves. If you sympathize more with yourself, you will be able to sympathize with somebody else, and you will learn to be better for yourself. That's it.
That's it. That's the end of this podcast. We'll catch you on the next one.